the drift. Fantastic. Oh no! Move down. Stunning. Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to the interior of a Honda Accord. We are on our way down to Goodwood for the Salone Events track day. This is the second one that I've attended after the first one got such great feedback. Everyone enjoyed the video, so we're back again, sporting supercars, race cars, classic cars, and a few modded cars as well. So we're just making our way down to the circuit. Oh, car park there, mate. Oh, he's missing a wheel. His wheel has fallen off. And just coming up here is Lanzante, who have a Tag 911. But we'll have a better look at that later after the event, but we are running a little bit late, so we're going to head down to Goodwood and see what's there first. And another tradition is to always check the kennels car park. And oh, there's a GT3 997.
And a 205 GTI 1.9.
Is there? Ah, 430. F430 just parks up. And a man struggling with his clubs. DBS Volante behind the A2. That's probably even rarer than the DBS. What else have we got? Oh, wow! Okay. There's an E-Type Series 1. There's an Aston Martin V12 Vantage, Lotus Exige S. There's some kind of convertible over there. Is that one of those Renault? I don't know. And then...
Lotus 340R.
340R.
I'll go get a picture of that.
Yes.
I love them.
Yeah, I know. So this is what we've really came to see. This is the Lotus 340R. Normally these are just greys, like silvery greys, but this has got a faint colour flip. This is beautiful and very, very rare. And there's actually two of them. I just noticed. What? I literally looks up and...
This is very, very rare. Oh, there's two.
Oh, what a treat. I think most people know of it because of the Hot Wheels toy car, the 1:64 scale, which I had, which is in that colour. This colour, I don't even know what colour this is. It's like a, yeah, there you go. In the light you can see greens, purples. Always check the kennels. So this is where people park up to do a bit of golfing. However, you can't fit golf clubs in these because they don't have boots. You could strap it in if you don't have a wife, maybe. These are so incredibly rare, and we've just spotted two of them on a whim. This isn't even the event. They could maybe come down to the event later, we don't know. I'm trying to keep my voice down because this is like a very prestigious car park for the golf club, but so as a little explanation as to what these are, it's essentially a very stripped out Lotus Elise. Like, imagine the McLaren Senna to the 720S. That's all the McLaren Senna is. It's the track focus version of a 720S, which essentially is underneath. Underneath, this essentially is a Lotus Elise. Also similarly to the Senna is the side glass. It's kind of translucent, it's slightly frosted like a bathroom window, so you could relieve yourself if you really wanted to. But there it is, very basic. Lotus wanted a bit of what Caterham have. You've got the exposed rear end of the back box, which is colouring nicely. This particular one would have had a respray because they did not come in this colour. It's similar to like the Escort Cosworth colour we were discussing, and we're trying to work out whether this little intake here is better for the flow of air, because the other one, well, they didn't have these either. This is an additional option. Carbon fibre too to match the wheel arches. This is such a treat to see two of these. I'm sorry. They made 340 of them, and this is number 336. This is a very late one. Obviously these doors do have windows, but they don't have handles. The doors don't door, so you have to climb in. As you can see, footprints on the seats. And they've combined the dashboard with a glove box. They've got some grippy rubber down and a bit of a bar to stop anything from rolling down, so you can kind of put your items on your dashboard so they don't go anywhere. But other than that, that's the only practicality you have. And there's a really loud plane doing a flyby. So excuse the woodpecker that's in the background. But this is also a Bentley Mark VI. And if you look inside, he is a Goodwood regular. He's got all of his race day tags from like the members meeting and driver banners, all linked up to the passenger grab handle with some nice white aviators that shows he's pretty fly. Now let's have a look at the other 340R. We are expecting both of these and all of these cars to attend Goodwood later on, so we might see them later. We've just got an exclusive look at them. I love the roll bar Look at that design. Does this have that? Yeah, that has it in black. This has it in silver. This is the original colour. Then we've got number 248 over here, so this is a little bit earlier. This has the same interior, the kind of Alcantara, but quite old Alcantara in a pale blue. It's got a different steering wheel, a different gear knob with the Lotus logo on it as well. I hope you appreciate what a treat it is to see both of these cars and just spot them here next to the Jaguar E-Type Series 1 Coupe with a booster seat in the back. I hope that's not where the child sits, because whilst it does have back seats, they're currently folded down. And also, this Lotus is very special as well. Whilst I just called it an Exige S, this is actually the Exige LF1. Just 81 of these were produced in 2013 to celebrate their 81 wins in Formula 1 up to that point. And this is one of them in their very historic, almost John Player special livery. Same spec engine as the Exige S, obviously the V6 supercharged engine. There you go, LF1 limited edition Lotus F1 team. There should be a carbon plaque somewhere. In fact, there's some JPS carpets along there. Maybe they're his doormats? I don't know. Then of course we've got the V12 Vantage in a pale metallic green with the DBS Volante over here as well, looking beautiful. This is one of the best looking Aston Martins of recent years. And this particular model is finished in lightning silver, which is more than just silver. It's got a little bit of blue in it just to make it look that little bit cleaner. It's a gorgeous colour. I think I even prefer it to Quantum Grey, which is the Bond colour, which is the most favourable colour for one of these due to the James Bond films, Casino Royale and all the preceding ones, but the 340Rs, they have stolen the show. We've even been to Goodwood and we found just this British lineup: Lotus, Jaguar, Lotus, Aston Martin, Lotus, Bentley, with an Audi just gate crashing. How dare he? And now we've got a Ferrari 308 Dino GT4 just turning up. It's brilliant. This is lovely. This is perfect. These are golfists doing what golfists do best. Yeah. Oh, and the 991 Gen 2 GT3 pulls in. We're not even at Goodwood and it's just as good, if not better. We'll see. So the owners of these cars have returned. Apparently there were meant to be 6 340Rs today, and these are all Lotus 340R owners. They brought their other cars today because they were a bit afraid of the weather. But these were sold as all-weather vehicles because they came with this jacket. Not a lot of owners still have these. These are heated jackets. They've got cigarette lighters that plug in to the back, and it's a full heated outfit that was sold with the 340R. This is rarer than the car itself because not a lot of them still have existed. They've got lots of Lotus branding all over it, and it's a full heated outfit that you can plug into the car so you can drive it all seasons, even without a roof. So we've now come down to the entrance of the Kennels car park just to capture the cars leaving, and then we're going to head down to Goodwood to see what's on track. But here we are at Goodwood for the Salone Events track day, just pulling in through the tunnel and seeing what has turned up. We've got an R8 and an F-Type there just chatting. There's often a lot of McLarens at these days, so we start off with 2 720Ss. There's a 350Z and a slammed Astra and a 4C. We've got the 488 Pista coming in for his sesh. 991 GT3, BMW M3, that was here last time as well.
Really clean.
That is nice EP3. Oh, there's a P4 replica. Would you say it's a P4? And 2 Caterhams. It's already a bit of a lightweight British sports car kind of day. Another 720S and a BMW. What we
check out 720S because it's 765.
Oh, it's a 765. I haven't actually seen a 765 LT yet, so excuse me for my ignorance. There are the Caterhams. TVR Cerbera in a pale yellow. I've seen that many times here before. Waiting to go out on track. We've got a KTM Crossbow, got the Alpine A110 behind him, and the 340R I've just seen parked down there, so they have turned up. Subaru Forester STI, Cayman, Exige. We've got the 996 GT3 as well, not complaining. So here is the 996 GT3 with the Boxster next to it and a Land Rover Discovery, which gives us a chance to play a game of what's inside your car. On today's episode, if I polarise well enough, we have a Union Jack on a box which has popcorn inside. There's popcorn in there, we gotta get it. Is this like a Skoda test mule for a new supercar of theirs? They've covered up any kind of air apart from that little slit there. They're trying to choke the car like it's some kind of fetish. So here again are the 340Rs. They did turn up to Goodwood as we predicted, both next to each other, looking lovely. We've also got some pirouetting 2 Series just for our viewing pleasure. I actually took my MG on this skid pan once before and it was amazing, great fun. These are the Goodwood skid cars, and oh, he's got the drift now as it grips into the puddle. There's also a nice E46 M3 parked over there. We also have some orange Brembo brake calipers on it, rather interestingly. And an E46 M3 convertible without the orange calipers. They're like a crimson red. They're both manual. Very good, very good. And an E46 non-M3 as well. And we've also just had this Lamborghini Aventador S turn up, as a lot of cars are accelerating onto the track. There goes a 4C. And then we've got this green Porsche Taycan. He's come from the 4 Marks Car Club, and he is parked next to the Vauxhall VX220 Turbo. So there's a lot of lightweight sports cars here today. You've got the 2 340Rs over there, you've got the VX220 Turbo here. Similar kind of interior, just a little less stripped out. For instance, he has a door handle. We've got R8, another Exige. There's a MX-5 there, there's an MX-5 there, there's a Lotus Evora over there, and of course another R8 here. We've got a 718 Boxster who's a bit indecisive about who he really is. I'm a 430. That's probably the 430 we saw in the Kennels car park, who is now turned up. We've got the Cayman and the Exige, and this that has just turned up. This is a Jaguar. I don't know if it's an SS. It could be an SS. It is. Now, I don't know if this is an original Jaguar SS. If it is, it's a pricey machine, but it looks a little bit small. I mean, looking at the exhaust pipes and some of the proportions of the car, I'm going to presume that this is a replica, but it's still a beautiful machine. To be fair, with looks like that, who cares if it's an original or not? It's probably based on like an old XJ6, something like that. Obviously, similar to my Cobra replica, that's based on a 1988 Jaguar XJ6, so it could be that chassis too. But we're now heading back to where the 340Rs are, because this GT3 that was also in the kennels has turned up, and the 205 GTI that I kind of missed is also parked up. So here we go. Here it is with his safety wheel lock on, so no one steals it. Who's going to steal it here as the E46 M3 drives by? And I've just spotted, I don't know if this has just arrived or not, I just saw it poking out. Like, could that be a BMW Z8? Yes, there we go, the very overpriced but underappreciated BMW Z8. Obviously with the E39 BMW M5 engine. Oh, such a quirky interior too. I think they were all left-hand drive as well. He's quite a long bonnet, quite close to that fence. It has been years since I last saw a Z8, and I don't think I've properly looked around one close up before in my lifetime, because they're just so rare. Cars downshifting on track, that would be a cool sight to see. The amount of rare cars that have turned up today, rare and quirky cars, is just unreal. Right, so we've just re-entered the paddock. We've got a Mark I Escort that has just started up unloading from the trailer. That's going to be a hoot around track. Oh. That's the trouble with the racing gearbox. We've also got this Chevy 10, and it is a proper road service pick. Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you there. How you doing? Oh, you're so friendly. There's a dog in here. I walked past, I was like, I'm being watched. What's your name? Is it Mater? Because, not because you're a ravaging dog, but because it's a tow truck. Ah, they're going, goodbye, my lover. And then we also have the British Racing Green Jaguar Project 7 with the classic roundel on the side, giving a couple of revs. We've got the D-Badge 991 Turbo, and for comic humour we've got the Dodge next to the Caterham. So this is a 1964 Dodge Polara, and this is the Caterham 360R that actually appeared on a recent video of mine. Oh, the dog was so well behaved, he's barking now. maybe I should return. Hello, are you okay? Do you need a whittle? And here is what appears to be the Ferrari replica, and this one is based on a Ferrari 246 Dino with the mid-mounted Dino V6. And we've got a Ferrari 458 parked over there, but that you've just heard was an RB26 of apparently an R33 GTR. So we're going to have a look at that, and I've heard that he's using about half a tank of fuel per session, so he's going to be over-fueling and probably flaming quite a bit. So here are some of the cars about to go out on track with their silencers in place for the noise regulations. There's even a GR Yaris at the end there. Lots of Porsches here today. That seems to be the most common car. And here's the R33 coming in hot out of the chicane. This is going to sound great. I didn't see flames. Did you see flames?
I heard flames.
I heard flames. There's a TVR Chimera. We'll see in a little bit. Right, Mr. R33, we're looking for flames, my dear. You can definitely hear how he's using half a tank of fuel per session. So one of many 720s here today. We've also got the Ariel Atom. So this is the 2020 Ariel Atom. So it has the current gen Honda Civic Type R engine, which required a complete redesign of the rear end. They had to widen it a little bit. You can see how the bars are a bit wider than normal. So the rear end of this Atom is slightly different to previous gens, just so they could fit in the 2-litre turbocharged Civic Type R engine, but it's enough to propel this car from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Absolute madness, as the number plate spells. And then in front of it, we've got the little lineup of Pista versus Speciale. And next door to them is this very track-focused Jaguar Mark II with the roll bar. These are blistering around Goodwood, they love it. Of course, a car famously favoured by the bank robbers of the day. You've got all the class and elegance of the old British classic, but with the track performance to match. Fantastic to see the variety here today, next to a 991 Gen 1 GT3 RS. And the third TVR of the day, we've got another TVR server, this one with the Tuscan style headlights and the spider wheels. That's a beautiful spec. And here is the Chimera I spotted earlier, beautiful shade of blue. That looks like Ford Imperial blue, same colour as my Cobra. So I've just come into this paddock and this cheeky little Starlet Glanzer has turned up with the canards and the carbon wings and bonnet. And it seems like the R8 Owners Club have also appeared. So we've got a couple next to each other over here. We've got the lineup there with the bright yellow example with my shortbread. This is delicious, by the way. And the stealth Audi R8 that we have seen a few times before with the tie writing matte black with the white pinstriping. Oh, the dog's still barking. You could have some of this. Oh, dogs can't have chocolate. It's got chocolate bits. And here is the R33 GTR. Apparently it would be running about 640 horsepower, but it's currently been toned down a little bit for the track because of noise and many other factors, and fuel, which it's been using a lot of. As you can see, always prepared. So here we are at the top of the start line for the traditional midday photo shoot whilst they stop for lunch. So they park up some of the cars on the grid for the photos, which we are getting, looking fantastic. Not all of the cars are here, but a great amount too. A lot of McLarens and a lot of Porsches here today, having fun on this, the Goodwood Circuit. That is quite a cool angle, and it is really chucking it down now. We're going to have to get some shelter. Do you know what the worst thing is? I bought a raincoat yesterday. I didn't wear it. Oh, fantastic. It really is hammering it down now. This is not great. Oh, this is better. All of the R8s are now parked up with each other. Silver linings and all that. These umbrellas are new. We're going Top Gear style. I've just had a thought. That's a Ferrari. Ah, yes. He's put a gazebo over his roof. Oh no! There's his solution. Oh, we've got a couple of TR6s that just turned up. Luckily they found their paddock spaces, so they don't have to put the roofs up, although one of them has. Yeah, there's a solution. Oh, it's speeding nicely. They've got some paint protection on that. Yeah, everyone's trying to park in the paddock so they don't get washed by the rain. I picked the wettest time to film them, but here are the premier GT cars. We've got the GT3 RS, the 458 Spider, the Audi R8 Spider, and a GT2 RS with the Visec package. So we can hear all of the Audi R8s revving their engines. So they've obviously started up to go home. Well, here they all come with the yellow one at the front. Sounds like they're not really making much noise through the tunnel, but still to see them all convoying out together. A little 106 rally over there, and a Me Too, which gives us a chance to play a sticker showcase. It's Dogecoin, or Dogecoin as it's meant to be pronounced. But we're going to do what a lot of people seem to be doing, and we're going to head off due to the weather. But I'll keep you with me because you never know what we might see on our travels. Nasty. Oh, a Focus RS Red Edition has crept from under our radar. There it is. And the KTM Crossbow has returned, but under shelter. And there goes the Astra and the Z. We've got another EP3 as well. I was about to record this poor gentleman who was driving in the rain with his roof down, but he decided to put it up just as we're rolling. Simple. 30 miles an hour. It's probably the limit. The vents. They don't vent. What a strange looking thing. Right, we're back again as promised, and there is a McLaren F1 that we didn't see this morning. There it is, the stunning McLaren F1, one of my favourite cars on display at Lanzante, with, of course, the Tag 911. Oh, and we've got another F1 just down there. Just down there. There's an M2 with a wing. Is he going to send? Nah, he's safe. So we're actually just arriving at the studio, which I recently went. It's a car photographic studio. They're hosting another open day. We're a little bit late, but I think there's still a few more cars around, so it's on our way back. We thought we'd pop by and see what's about. Oh well, there's the baby blue GT3 911. And there's a M4 with brave red wheels poking out and someone on a scooter. Oh, there's the Rocket Bunny Z 350Z. Z's! Skyline R33. This has been worthwhile. Just quickly, before we look at the most of the cars, there's an RX-8 there with a wing and a little monkey hanging from it, and this old Nissan Sunny with the pink mini lights. Very brave. And an S14 with a very sizable cannon on the rear. He's also got his sparkly pink bits on show. Then there's also this Audi R8 V10 Spider with its ducktail and diffuser. It sounds like someone's trying to get the noise record on their decibel-o-meter. So there is the culprit, the very loud Audi RS4 in a beautiful shade of blue, and there you go, supercharged badge on it as well. But here's the little lineup. We've got the 370 Nismo and the Rocket Bunny 350Z next to it. So the bargain umbrellas are back out again because it has started raining, and most people have gone to sit inside their cars to get out of the rain. Apparently the meet here earlier today was very busy with cars parked all the way up the road, so hopefully we'll be at another one of their open days soon to participate in that, because that would be cool. That Mini is sat really nicely. I mean, check out the way the wheel is tucked in to the rear arch. Oh, M6. Wow, M6 is turning up. Oh, hello. Now we've got the R8 doing some revs on the decibel-o-meter. Let's see what it's going to read. It's like an M2 hatchback, the M140i with the M2 front and rear bumpers, making some sounds. So here is the V10 BMW M6 that we saw coming in with its carbon bonnet, and inside you'll see it's got a blue roll cage in the back of a BMW M6. And not only is it supercharged, but It runs on methanol. So the V10 with an Eisenman exhaust running on methanol with a supercharger, that is incredible, and wrapped in this matte grey as well, looking pretty evil. But the day seems to be drawing to a close, so I'm going to hop back in the trusty old Accord. So there were kind of two events down at Goodwood for the Salone Events track day, and now at the studio for their open day. I thought I'd pop by. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Go follow me on Instagram for all the updates and highlights of the things that I get up to. But for now, thanks for watching.